Hey, I'm driving over to western Wisconsin right now. I am on the highway. It's early. It's 5:22 in the morning. I actually left about 15 minutes ago. My nephew is already over there, so that's pretty cool, and he's getting a start on our food plots for this year. We got some help from the landowner, which is extremely nice. He was tilling up most of the plots we could get to. One of them, we've got corn planted right up to it, so we're going to have to try to work with the person that works that land that we hunt on for next year, so maybe we can get in there ahead of time and not have to deal with manually working a piece. Anyways, we're going to try that. It'll be kind of a fun adventure. We've got a couple large weed whips with us, or weed whackers, weed whips, whatever the heck you want to call them, to tackle that. And then we've got some rakes. It is a lot of work when you have to manually do this stuff. Then we're going to seed these areas. We're going to get them, run over with the four-wheeler and a drag just to get the seed kind of put in a little bit, and then pray for some rain. It's going to be some moisture in the soil already because it rained yesterday, so maybe we'll get some germination off of that. But the weather forecast, it is what it is. We don't have time to do this any other way than we're doing it. So we find that planting in July is a lot better than planting in August, like a lot of seed companies say. It's not that there's anything wrong with planting in August, but we want a jump start, and with our area of the state, we're kind of on the border between the northern zone and the southern zone. So we found that in our area, which I highly encourage everyone to do a little experimenting with food plots, but July is a better time for us to plant those seeds than a little bit later in the summer. So anyways, join me on this little adventure. Next time you hear from me, we'll be in western Wisconsin. Terrain will look a lot different, and we'll be getting those seeds in the ground soon. Thanks for coming along, everybody. Happy to have you here. Hey, stop talking about where we hunt. Hey, this is Jason, and that's Talon right there. We are heading back to do our stuff. I have my trimmer. You got your trimmer? Yep. This is going to be a hellish nightmare. How long did you work on it last night for?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, and we have a dent made.
Well, it's about maybe half.
Okay, so a little better than a dent, but not much.
I'm going to go with a third just to be under optimism.
Okay, I'm going to let Talon show us the way he went. Then we're going to get over there. We're going to put the camera on time-lapse mode. So we just worked with the landowner over here, and we got one of the plots more or less, two of them done. And, ooh, fresh deer poop. That's always good. Two of them more or less are completely done, ready to go. Those were tilled up. We'll show you those in a little while. And then this one, well, we can't get the tiller back here, so it's going to be a lot of work. But we'll get it taken care of. Don't worry. All right, more when we get this done. Okay, so behind me is the actual plot that we've got to tackle and weed whip. I'm going to leave my waste pack right here, fanny pack. Anyways, I'm going to put you guys on time lapse, but as you can see here, Talon's got a nice little strip already cut down there. The goal is to have this whole thing done in a little bit. So we're going to put you on time lapse. You can watch us work our butts off to get this done. So that's it. Okay, this wasn't any fun. I'm old. This almost killed me. Talon?
It was fun.
There it is. It's about all you're going to get out of us. We're walking back now.
Not perfect, but it'll do.
It is what it is. All right, bye. All right, you won't be able to hear Talon real well back there because he doesn't have a mic. But anyways, we're going to be spraying this one real quick. Talon, what are we spraying this with again?
Plot start, plot till, and plot boost. And nope, that's it. So on this plot, we sprayed
plot start, plot boost, plot till. I don't know if they should all go in one. I think plot till should really be before planting, but I don't think it really matters too much. But essentially it's just a fertilizer to basically loosen up the soil and put in the needed nutrients into the soil for basically better food plots, and so it grows better. So this is supposed to be a 0.4 acre food plot, but with the way it was tilled up, it's only like 0.3. So I believe we did it's roughly 3 gallons of water, 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of plot start, and then a mix of, I think it was about 12 ounces of plot boost and the plot till. So, and then just evenly spread it over the food plot with a backpack sprayer. So we'll see if it turns out. On my food plot at home, Clover loved it. So I'm hoping it's the same thing here, because it's about the same amount of shade. Not sure what this seed's gonna do, but if the seed will be good with this kind of sunlight or with the shade that we have, but we'll see. So we'll find out in about a month and a half.
Okay, so those 3 are the ones we're gonna spray this plot with. I'm gonna quick, before he gets down there, take you guys on a tour of the plot real fast. Talon has all the safety gear on that's required. He has the mask and the gloves. I'm wearing boots, so we're all set to do this. Okay, here's what this plot looks like here. And I'm just gonna basically give you guys a little tour. Now this is the one that my dad hunts. Now I'm gonna show you his stand here. You've seen this before on our show. His stand is right there. So that's his box blind that he's lucky enough to get to hunt out of. And then this is the plot in general. There's not a whole lot to this one. It's rather small. It gets partial sunlight. We have a little bit of a water hole right here. So there's place for a deer to get a drink. And I'm just going to take you on a quick tour of it. But it's not that exciting. It's a small plot, not in the woods, just on the edge of the woods here. So kind of a hidey hole type spot. And it just extends down into there. Now, this finger that goes straight down there, that's pretty nice. There's a bowl off to the left, so that way. And there's a bowl off to the right. Not really bowls. Here they're a little bit different. So anyways, this is the food plot down here that we're working on right now. So all the food plots that we put out this year, we decided to use one called Autumn Buffet. It's by the Deer Creek place. I will have a link to their website in the notes. We're not sponsored by Deer Creek or anything. Boy, the bugs are bad. But we're not sponsored by them at all, but we like what was in this mix, so we're gonna give that a shot. I'm also gonna have listed lower on here what is actually in that mix. And that's kind of what we went with here. We do also have some oats that we mixed in with this. So it's the oats in that Autumn Buffet. So that's what's on these plots this year that you're seeing. So on this plot over here, we've got you see me, I've got my chainsaw hard hat on and chainsaw gloves, so I look fashionable. Anyways, on the plot you just saw that time lapse on, we had to trim up a tree on this one also, so that worked out pretty well. So that was what we were doing there, and then we were also doing the same thing we just did on that other plot. So what we've got for seed here is, this is the Deer Creek Autumn Buffet, and according to this, it should grow. What else are we mixing to this?
Whitetail Institute, no-plow. It's got trophy rape, annual ryegrass, Dixie crimson clover, fearsome clover, arrowleaf clover, and Fragger blaster radish.
All right,
and
so
some random stuff.
So this also has a few random things. Okay, the reason we are going to combine these, we didn't get to till this plot like we had originally thought we were going to get to do. So the autumn blend really needs tilling, but the radish, or the brassicas and the radishes and things like that that are in there, those should actually germinate fairly good on just like a no plot. As long as they got good soil contact, we got her down the bare soil as best we could on 50% of this thing. The middle section is dicey on that. It was a lot of work and really hot. With the no plow, well, no plow.
Yeah, we're hoping this is a little easier.
So If we were to bank on which of the 3 food plots we got, we really didn't talk about the one in the middle down there, but you saw a time lapse of it and saw me with some chainsaw gear on. If we're banking on which one we think is actually going to be the, I would say, the money plot this year, it's going to be the one we're working on right now.
I think either one of these, but I think this one.
Yeah, I think this one too.
It's got everything. It's got the corn, it's got the timber, it's got a big point to the west,
yep.
And it's got beans to the north and pines to the north. So it's got everything you need except for water. That's the only thing it doesn't have.
But there's water relatively close. They're about 300 yards that way, maybe 400 or 500 yards that direction from this plot. There's water. There's water down at the bottom of the valley. And the neighbors have some water. There's water available. So that's the only drawing point this one doesn't have. But if we can actually bring the deer to this plot, it ought to be a really good one. We're going to have to draw straws on who gets to hunt it. Yeah. Basically, it's going to have to be, well, whoever gets closest to the deer on the drive before will probably get first dibs, I think.
Or if somebody already shot a buck.
Or if someone already shot a buck, then you're SOL, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, anyways, we're going to get down there. We're going to get to work. We'll bring you along, and then we'll show you our closing remarks when we're done. But basically, that's what we did this weekend. It was a working weekend up here. We did go last night and see some deer.
Yeah, we saw 47, I think.
Yeah, 47 just driving around. Yeah, a lot of
nice bucks.
We'll show you that. Kind of a bad video clips, but you'll be able to see how big these things were. They're in bachelor groups. Remember, they're on velvet, so they're a little bigger than they look. But, boy, some of those were really nice.
Yeah.
All right, that's the plan. Let's go tour. Okay, this was a working trip, and it was a bear to a degree because of the heat. The actual work was work, but it was tolerable. What do you think?
It was a lot of work, especially this plot.
Yeah, this plot right here that you see. I mean, we couldn't get a mower in here because we have. I'm going to spin around here. See that corn? That's the path in. So anyways, we'll keep you updated when we're up here next on how this all turns out with this plot and the other plots that we put in. And then of course, you'll see us deer hunting this. We have 2 stands on this particular plot, one about halfway down, right where we're standing right now, and then one at the very end down there. So as you're looking, it'd be on the left-hand side of the screen. So on that side right over there. So anyways, thank you for coming along on our trip up here while we're getting all our food plot stuff done. If you have any comments or suggestions on what we could do differently, please make those comments in there. We are extreme rookies at this, and we value absolutely everything that you guys want to tell us or say. If you're not a subscriber to our channel, subscribe to the channel. Wouldn't you think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just hit the subscribe button if you want to get notifications when we drop these videos or shorts. All you have to do literally is hit the little bell button and then select all. That'll give you all the notifications. If you are interested in any of the major products that we use or if we're showcasing ones, as always, those are in the show notes. If it is a YouTube link or a YouTube link, no, it's Amazon. Not a YouTube link. If it's an Amazon link, I get a very, very tiny percentage of that sale that we used to buy, like that spreader that you saw us using today, for example. So thanks again for coming along, and enjoy your time in the outdoors.